from Beacon, New York, sponsored by Discraft, Missy Gannon.
That's a really nice turn.
Missy Gannon.
Put a nice move on that center gap.
She shapes a backhand shot just so beautifully every time, you know?
It is her bread and butter. Circle 2 for eagle. Missy with a great approach. Putting it real close. That'll be for birdie.
Says on the fairway after 1 is the update right now.
Well, hopefully that's inbounds.
Gannon.
With the flip up to the circle.
Nice. There's the push.
Oh yeah, plenty of distance. Excellent. Inside the circle, short putt.
Back on 9.
Turns it into the gap. Oh!
What? Missy Gannon.
Wow, blind into the gap. That was
crazy
perfect.
impressive. Back to Gannon for her second on the same.
Prime position. Whew.
Your backhand's been looking better every time we see it, you know? Missy Gannon back on 11 for birdie. There she is. A birdie here, and she will likely have a share of the lead. Ronsley has a long par putt on 16th Island.
This is in her wheelhouse. Yeah. That's great. Even the roll towards the basket.
This, I believe, for a stroke on the card and a share of the lead.
There it is. Going with the wide hyzer.
So
Ooh.
good.
Bullseye.
Missy Gannon lining up from the middle of the fairway. She's got about 220 to the pin. Left to right wind. It's coming up short. Is it going to get all the way there? She's safe. She'll have an uphill putt with the wind at her back.
Gannon for her share of the lead and lead card tomorrow. 5-way tie.
She's got to put a lot of speed on this under that ceiling in order to get this in.
She's got a great putt for this.
Yes. Great start for Missy. But the wind appears to be making this shot much more difficult.
Gannon's second is out.
And that's wide. She is, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Gannon looking for a share of the lead and a birdie on hole 3. Found it.
That's in.
Gannon's so good. And now Gannon, we'll see how her bounce back is after that bogey on 10. Cool perspective on this shot from Gannon, and that, oh my, that's
really close to the bullseye.
That's a good bounce back right there from
Absolutely.
Missy. Missy Gannon to retake the solo lead.
Not going to let one of those shorties get away from her again. Got a couple bogeys on these last 2 holes, but that may focus her up.
That's a smooth turnover.
That's great. And front side of that tree.
It's lovely.
Yeah, middle of C1. This is great. Puts a move, gets the turn. Does it have the distance? Yes.
really going to go back to what I was doing yesterday, and different discs might be like, instead of disking up, I'll disc down a little bit and really be conscious of what the wind's doing.
Do you enjoy playing in front of the cameras and in front of the larger galleries?
After a couple wild and windy days, we have a three-way tie at the top. Gannon for birdie. Shallow circle 2 for the outright lead.
Big money Missy's back.
Accurate. Wow, and so was that putt from Gannon.
Oh, man, this changes everything in my brain.
That's a tone setter right there,
Yes,
early,
it is.
Sarah. Gannon also throwing 2.
Stays out of that right side today.
That
Oh,
is-
wow. That's a that's a drop in for Missy.
Yeah. And Missy gets it in the circle for a birdie look.
Another well-executed backhand.
Look at these women, Sarah. What are these shots?
They're doing it.
They are. Gannon for a share of the lead. Actually, this is for the outright lead, isn't it? Yeah. As King is picking up a bogey.
Oh, yeah, puts it up nice and high.
Gannon for birdie.
There it is.
The putt is dialed
It's
today.
great. Good to see. Going for the risk.
Lovely.
Well executed.
You like her chances for the up and down par from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great recovery shot. And now Gannon.
One last chance. Can somebody put it on? This might sneak into that left side. Wow.
Oh my gosh. A tournament deciding throw at this point almost.
This is the only way she can put pressure on King. Is to stick this landing.
She did it.
Oh, wow. Inbounds.
But wouldn't you rather get across the water and then lay up for the putt?
I'm seeing that this is the play she's
Okay,
going to make. She
okay.
is going to get across the water. If she was going to lay up, I think she'd do it sidearm. She's going. Yes. She needs to do this.
Is this enough?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, no. Enter Missy Gannon, folks.
Oh my goodness. As King has this to push playoff.
It's in the bucket.
Haley's just finding out about the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that you really like when you first start a tournament. You're not like, oh, I wonder what the playoff polls are. And it's also, again, we haven't seen the aggregate playoff concept. The exact same line, different reaction. It looks in. Oh my gosh.
The guts on that woman. Missy,
Wow.
big money Missy doesn't miss, Sarah.
This looks great. Oh, yes.
That's a bullseye hit.
Oh my goodness, Missy.
What a turn of events after those tee shots on 16.
Never would have guessed it.
Gannon in for birdie and will carry 2 strokes with 1 to go in the playoff.
Bullseye.
And your 2024 Dynamic Disc Open champion, Missy Gannon.
There it is.
Your 2024 Dynamic Disc Open FPL champion, Missy Gannon!
Missy, you said you've been coming to this tournament a long time, even during your AM days. You just took down your first Dynamic Disc Open. How do you feel?
It feels so amazing. I've been looking to get one of these glass balls for a long time, so yeah, really cool to do it on the Pro Tour, and yeah, I'm glad that I came back.
Missy, you said yesterday the putting was unacceptable. You tried to find the putting stroke again. How do you bounce back from a performance that you're so dissatisfied with yesterday?
Just determination and knowing that things happen, and I'm one of the best putters out there, so I just have to remember that, and not let a couple of bad putting performances get me down. It's a lot of the time it's the wind, and we didn't have quite as much today, so I just stayed with my game plan and knew I could make every putt that I put my mind to.
You went to the playoff. Super exciting, super nerve-wracking. How are you feeling during that?
Yeah, I mean, that was my first playoff ever. And for it to be the format that it was, an aggregate of the last 3 holes, I haven't played the last 3 holes very well, I would say, during the regular event. So, yeah, not a bad time to put it all together, I guess.
We got to talk about the putt on 16.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of people who would have the guts to run that putt, let alone make it. Can you talk about your decision-making behind that and how it felt to actually make it go in?
Yeah, like I said, it was my first playoff, and I, even though it was an aggregate style, it wasn't sudden death, I kind of had in my mind that it was, and I just had to make it. And I figured, okay, honestly, that was only my second time making the island this weekend, so I figured why not this time, try to make it happen.
Missy, one last question for you. Do you have any words for anybody back home that's been supporting you this whole time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, thank you so much to all of my friends and family. They always tune in, and they're sending Tom text messages during the round and, trying to keep me motivated. And, yeah, I love you guys. And thank you to my sponsors, Discraft, Grip, Whale Sacks, and Ledgestone for having my back. We got another one.
Disappointed it's over? Well, I've got 2 options for you. Either you click subscribe and you watch more action right here on the channel, or you go out and play a round of disc golf yourself. Either way, I'll see you in the fairway.